The Pitmen Painters, a moving and true story about a group of miners in the 1930s Britain who were given the opportunity to learn how to paint. This is the final play in American Stage's Season of Awakenings. And joining me today are two cast members, Gavin Hawk and Craig Weiner. Good morning, you guys.
Good morning.
Okay, we are enjoying talking to you as you guys are actors and definitely bringing a spark to our show today. What kind of spark do you guys bring on stage? What's this play all about?
This play is about a group of men who have been working in the mines in northern England since they were 10 or 11 years old. And they're part of a re-education program, and one of their classes that they take is art appreciation, and he plays the instructor.
Right, and I come along, and originally it's just to teach them about art history, but I find the best way to teach them about art history is to actually have them paint, and they end up becoming pretty great at it, and we end up showing them in galleries, and they start becoming famous.
Yeah, and the awakening has to do with these men midlife finding another part of themselves they didn't know existed. So I think that's what really touches a lot of people in this play, and one of my favorite parts about the play itself.
Now, you guys are sitting here and we're talking about, you know, history and life-changing things. You do improv.
I do.
And I've just spent time with you, and I can tell that you're a ham as well. But there's also some humor to this play. How are you able to make a serious subject be able to be humorous for the audience?
Well, I think the playwright knocks it out of the park. And I think the humor comes from these men who don't understand art at all, and them coming from a background in just hard work and labor, and then all of a sudden having to understand the meaning of a painting and how it makes you feel. And there's just such a beautiful innocence coming from that causes the humor, I think, in the play.
There's also a clash of sort of, you know, high-class sort of British, very polite sort of behavior from my character, and their characters who are just very blue-collar, you know, straight ahead. They'll just call it like it's, if they think something's bad, they say, oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. And he pronounces art appreciation, art appreciation.
Nice.
Yes, which the miners get a kick out of. So, yeah. A clashing of cultures.
I'm starting to see the dynamic. What do you think the audience takes away from this play?
I think they take a sense of wonder about the world, and an understanding that, you know, that life isn't just prescribed for you, that surprises can continue to happen for you as long as you live. And
also in the space, there's two big projector screens, and there's a constant flow of art from Van Gogh to Da Vinci to what these miners actually painted. And it's beautiful, and it's above our heads, so a lot of times the audience will just zone out on beautiful art, and then, you know, we'll also be on stage working.
Right.
So it's a mixture of both. So they'll take away, you know, maybe they'll fall in love with an artist that they never saw before.
We'll often hear a little bit of like an audible sound when some of the painters come up, like some of the paintings come up. They're amazed that these miners actually did these paintings.
And they're good paintings, and not just because they were done by working class people, but because they're actually great pieces of art, which is fascinating.
And I'm glad you brought up the paintings, because this is actually based on a true story, which we need to point out.
Yes, 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 it's very true.
So the writer, who's also the writer of Billy Elliot, he came across this book about the Pitmen Painters in a secondhand bookstore and thought it was such a great story, he decided to turn it into a play.
Is it as great to act at it as it is great a story?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I mean, as an actor, you get into the mindset and the point of view, and you really grow to understand these people from the inside out. So to understand what they went through, it's great. That's one of the great parts about being an actor, is you get to really understand human beings and what makes them do what they do.
It's fast-moving, it's funny. I think that all of those things are really fun to act as an actor.
Right.
Yeah, the humor, just having an audience of 150 people laugh at once at something every single night, multiple times, that's not bad. No.
Awesome. Well, guys, thanks for coming on and talking about it today. We really appreciate it. And again, the Pitmen Painters now playing through August 14th at the American Stage Theater. Again, there's the address, and there's the phone number on your screen. Again, we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.